Right, mic's working. Hopefully all the other audios are working. Hopefully they all ready up fairly quick. So welcome to Season 9 of the Dexterous Racing League's TTFL F1 League. It is round 1 tonight. We've been away for a bit of a break over Christmas, but we are all back and ready to go. So as it is a new season, we do have new teammate pairings and driver lineups. So I'll put that on screen now. Thornicus and Find the Pass are reigning champions in both the constructors and the drivers' stand-ins, with Thornicus taking the driver's title last season, have opted to take the McLaren this season. Hobo and Mrs. Cole were awarded the Williams thanks to the spin the wheel. DXT Anthony and Steel Sneeze in the Alpine. Zodak and Cons are in the Red Bull. Mr. Camus and Scarito in the Alpha Tauri. Frenzy and Casto have the Ferrari. King Fi and Josh will be pairing up in the Alfa Romeo. Dan Roush and Martin have locked in to the Mercedes. Wi-Fi Button and Effectus are in the Aston Martin, and Hyder and Fake Jesus in the Haas. So it's round 1 tonight, and we are at Qatar. As always, it will be full qualifying. What's Find the Pass saying in chat? I'm not confident as I'm in so much pain due to dental surgery on Wednesday. Tramadol and alcohol, that'll fix you. You'll forget about the pain. You'll probably half hallucinate and forget about driving as well, but it'll be fine. Martin in the chat saying, just to let you all know, if you've not practiced here in a while, this is now a 2 to 3 stop race. Ignore the strat screen. I'm guessing it's just going to say it's a 1 stop. Broken wisdom tooth removed. Yeah, that's going to be painful. I've got 4 broken wisdom teeth. I'm not going to have them removed. They just slowly, a bit more of each of them falls out every now and then. It'll be fine. Prediction for you, Find the Pass. I'm going to go mid-pack in quali and in the race. I don't know. Top 5 in the race. And there we have our first leaving the session. Whilst I get lap data, track map, put that down. I can't press the button to. Bloody thing. Does my head in that if you click off screen to a different app, it pauses the game. I need to invite Effectus, don't I? Can I invite Effectus? No, because I don't have Effectus on my friends list. Hobo's gone as well. What's going on there? So invite Hobo back. Let's get looking at some cars on track. Hyder on an outlet, Panda on an outlet. Hyder is our front runner on track, so we'll stay with Hyder and see how he gets on. So just making his way down the start-finish straight, and I'm going to apologise. I know not a lot about this track. I never actually drove it last season because I'd given up on driving this game. Oh no, that's a lie. I did try it. I think I did about 3 laps and just couldn't get my head around it. I know it is a fast-flowing track, and some people love it, some people despise it. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him in the form of that Aston Martin that needs to be looking in his mirrors and getting out the way, and he does so, runs wide through the corner so Hyder can make his way through. Now heading down to the left-hander. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Camus. So you're now in the lobby as well. Plenty of time to get out and get a lap in, as Hyder has invalidated that lap, so we'll need to run again. Who's next on track behind Hyder? So Mano. Yep, 1 second. I don't know why that swapped to there. It's normally up in that corner. That's still going to cause problems. We're going to bring it down there. There we go. Hopefully that leaves everything clear on screen for you, Mr. Camus. So Find the Pass has done a 123.1, Zodak a 24.3. Oh, I need to put the tyre data on. So Find the Pass setting that time on the hard tyre, Zodak on the soft. Martin in the pits, currently on the inters. Looks a bit deserty to be running the inters. So as we wait for Mano to come around to finish his lap, Josh goes to the top of the times with a 22.3. And Mano diving into the pits, obviously not happy with something on that run. Wi-Fi button is just starting his lap. See how Mrs. Cole's getting on. Mrs. Cole just ahead of Wi-Fi button. A lot of people on out laps, but we'll say with Mrs. Cole, Williams does look nice in the floodlit tracks. Oh, Mrs. Cole goes round. I know this is going to pause the screen. I just need to get a track map up so I know what I'm talking about. That's the one I want. Open. You over here. No. Open. So Mrs. Cole gets through with the 23.8, takes it into third place. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. Lily Kane does coming through turn 13. Heading down to the left-hander of 15, which is where the DRS detection point is. Only one DRS zone on this track, and that's up the start, finish straight. So we'll see what Kelly can do as he runs towards the line now. 24.4 for his first lap, takes him into 6. Wi-Fi had an issue on his previous lap, having done a 36.7. Martin has gone out on those inters. If you are listening, Martin, I'm fairly sure it's a requirement of the league to set a competitive time during Q1. Half sure there is the rule that you've got to set it on the appropriate tyres for the weather conditions, so you'll need to do a lap on dry tyres. As mine does a 26.7 on the inters. Still sneeze 27.2 through sector 1. Heading up to the right-hander of turn 7. I wouldn't really count that as turn 8. The left-hander afterwards, but apparently it is. Let's see how Stilled gets on. 54.6 through sector 2. It's purple sector 1 and sector 2 for Stilled. Bit of snap oversteer there on the exit of 15, but gets it all back together. And now the run to the line. DRS open. What time are we going to see from Stilled here? It's going to be a 22.6. Takes him into second place. So Pandas snuck into third with a 22.8. Effectus in fourth with a 22.8. Great lap from Effectus. On the pass, still in the pits, feeling comfortable at the minute on that 23.1. I think Jesus invalidated the lap he's on. Simseku, who confused us all and is now UMTS MSKTR. We'll still call him Simseku. On a push lap, 55.7 through sector 2 for Simseku on the medium tyre. The Ferrari keeps well out of the way there. Around turn 15. My graphics are leaving artifacts everywhere. So the run to the line for Simseku, crosses the line with a 23.6, takes him up into 8th. We'll see him through into Q2. Panda's retired in the pits, feeling confident on that 22.8. I think Jesus is going for a second run. Coming to the end of sector 2 now. So 55.1 for Simseku through sector 2. Hybo and Simseku have left the second. Resend those invites. As Fake Jesus comes up to the line. A 23.3 from Fake Jesus takes him into 7th. Scorito has retired in the pits. So Scorito feeling confident on that 23.2. Still got plenty of people yet to set a lap. That's what fun pinging. So our top 3 have retired in the pits. Make that 3 out of the top 4 as Thornicus goes through into second on a 22.6. So on the medium tyre, only a few tenths off of Josh on pole for this session, but I think that will see Thornicus comfortably through. Hobo currently in the pits. He is back in the session now. Camus is on track, having just got past the Haas. Went through turn 13 and 14. There's 2 corners to go through the left-hander. And try and carry as much speed down into the final right-hander. And get that exit right, get on the power, keep it within track limits. Hasn't opened the DRS until very late and crosses the line at 22.7. So great time from Mr. Camus as Mano goes to the top of the board with a 22.2. Hobo will need another invite. I'm going to bombard him with invites, so he's got plenty. Don't know what it's playing at. Needs to sort his connection out. So Martin is on an outlap on the dry tyres. We've seen the conversations going on through the Discord. Effectus hoping to achieve better results today. You've got a good lap in there in qualifying so far, Effectus. Let's keep it tidy through the race and I'm sure you'll have a great result, mate. So we will stay on board with Martin. So Hobo's going to need to get a move on to get out and get a lap in. Same as Frenzy, both still yet to set a time. So Martin already 1.7 seconds up on that Inter's time, and that's just through Sector 1 alone. Expect to see him move up the order. Casto is out pushing as well, 14 seconds up on that 140 time. Guessing he must have had traffic or an issue during his original lap and then backed right off to try and save some battery. Here we go, crosses the line at 22.7 from Casto, so much more like the pace we know he's got. As Martin comes round the final corner, DRS open, run to the line now. We will see an improvement, but how much are we going to see? 4.5 seconds, goes to the top of the board. 22.1 from Martin there. So Hobo still in the pits. We'll be cutting it fine for getting a lap in on the board. Frenzy on his outlap. So drivers at risk at the moment are Mrs. Cole, currently on a lap and a 10th up through Sector 1. Shirley Kane on his outlap. Wi-Fi button is just starting another time lap. Zodak and Frenzy both on outlaps. Hobo still in the pits. Don't think Hobo is going to have time to get out and do a lap. Hopefully he's trying to sort out why his setup game was bugged for him and sent him through the pup. So Hobo's game's fucked up and it's already screwed him over because he's going to be doing this race with the default setup. Oh, Hobo, I'd get your axe ready, mate, and just pick a palm tree and go and cut it down. Turn it into a nice sculpture for us on Medieval Dynasty. So Simseku is now in the knockout zone. Mrs. Carl has improved to a 22-9, taking her into 10th. Should see her comfortably through into Q2. Simseku is currently in the pits and is on the bubble. Hobo is on his way out for an outlap. He's not going to have time to complete it. Kelly Kane has invalidated, so he's going to be... I don't think he's going to have time to get another lap in. Wi-Fi button is just coming to the end of Sector 1. Needs to find 4 or 5 tenths. It's 2.5 tenths down through Sector 1. So I don't think Wi-Fi will be improving. Frenzy's pulled into the pit, so hasn't set a time. Hobo won't be able to set a time as Zodak goes round on the exit of 15. Had already invalidated the lap, so Zodak won't improve. So I think that is everyone through that's going to get through. Simseku has scraped through in 15th. I say scraped through, he was 4 tenths clear, so that's sold him short. But he has made it through, holding on in the pits, worked out for him. Find the pass saying he's safe. He nearly got knocked out because of giving Hobo the setup. Thank you for the follow, Dan. Good to have you on board, mate. So there we are at the end of Q1. We will... Oh, you lose times there with the camera up there. So Martin set the fastest time of the session. I can't actually read the time. 1:22.1. We will be saying goodbye for the moment to Kelly Kane, Wi-Fi button, Zodak, Frenzy and Hobo. Oh, I know you're Kelly Kane, Dan Round. You'll get used to it during commentary. I'll swap and change by what I call you. I'll spend half the race calling you Dan and half the race calling you Kelly, so it'll confuse everyone. Hobo major issues there. Yeah, it looked like it, mate. You were dropping out quite regular. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Just to make sure invites get sent if people do drop out. I'm gonna send you another invite, Simseku. I did send you one when you... setup got wiped when I got in, and then the internet decided to melt down. Had to be on the Friday. Of course it did, Hobo. But better on a Friday than a Wednesday or a Thursday. So you got away with it. So ignore my comment about getting your axe out and taking down the palm tree. Although I can't actually see any. Oh no, there's some palm trees. Right on cue, EA took some in the background. So if you do get bored, there are palm trees around. Go and clear out. the spectator area. So who's leading us round? It's not Fake Jesus. It must be Hydra again, getting straight out there on track. Let's come in round the final finger of this three-fingered track. And now on to that start-finish straight. Gets the DRS open as we head round for the first lap. Let's jump on board. Let's have a bit of on-board coverage, although it goes really loud. Follow Hyder as he makes his way around this track. Using the gearbox to bring the full reset. You've got 20 minutes, you've got plenty of time to give it a try, mate. Those floodlights still making the track look a little foggy. Not as bad as, I want to say Singapore, but I don't think it was Singapore last season where everyone was just driving in fog from my point of view. DRS open, a 1:23.0 from Hyder. The Alfa Romeos come in next. So Panda does a 23.2. Josh on a 23.2 as well. Find the pass at 22.9. Mrs. Cole a 23.1. So all the times at the moment very close together. Let's get some app data up. Thornicus has invalidated. Vectus just coming down the start finish straight. 23.0 takes him into second place. Fake Jesus goes through on a 25.0. Martin just starting his lap, still Sneeze starting their lap as Mano making his way out of the pits. So, watch the Mercedes make its way round. Worry about that on Discord at the moment. So Martin just coming to the end of sector 2. We're in the long, continuing left-hander from 10 that becomes 11. So 54.6 for Martin through sector 2. Scarito goes to the top of the board with a 1:21.8. Simseku in second on a 22.7. So times are starting to come down. First one into a 21.8. Martin may have had a small brown trouser moment there as he came around the final corner to see a sideways hat across the track. It doesn't seem to have affected him too much. A 22.7 for Martin, still with a 22.7 as well, but a 7.05. Even in Hepburn, how you doing, mate? So second, third and fourth within a tenth of one another. There's Mano starting his lap now. Mano is known for being one of the quick drivers. We'll see how he gets on. Had a bit of snap oversteer as he lost a bit of traction on the curb. Managed to collect it up. Around the hairpin of turn 6. I completely missed his sector 1 time, but it was a purple sector according to the game. Out through turn 10 and 11, we'll get his next sector time. Very quickly cleared yellow in sector 3. A 54.2 through sector 2 for Mano. Another purple sector. Cramming uni work. How's your week been? Yeah, not too bad, mate. It's quiet, not masses going on with work, but back at work after the Christmas break. Nice to be out the house, but at the same time, we've not had masses to do, so it's been a little boring. As Manu does a 21.9 to go into second. Yellow in sector 1, that's the Haas running wide, keeping out the way. Got Thornicus on track. Clears Mano without incident. Can Thornicus on the medium tyre. Still running that same strategy of running the harder tyre through quali. How close to that top time can he get? Because I clicked off to read something on Discord, completely missed his sector 2 time. So just the final corner to go for Thornicus, get that DRS open, and sprint towards that line. 22.7 takes him into 6, which will see him through at the moment, unless anyone can improve. Casto's invalidated but is on an outlap. Jesus currently sitting on a 125. I don't think that is his true pace. It can't be his true pace. He got through and we were down into the 23s to get through into Q2. We must have had an issue earlier on. So 3/10 up through sector 1. Hopefully sector times will give us some indication where he had his slow sector. Everything looking nice and tidy. Oh. And I completely missed sector 2 because Discord beeped and I looked away. It is looking a tidy lap though, so I'd expect to see an improvement here. As Hobo leaves the session again. $23.8 from Fake Jesus still keeps him in 14th. He may need to try and get in and get a set of soft tyres on, try and see himself through. Let's re-invite the Hobo. So Casto goes through with a 21.8 to take him to the top of the board. So at the moment, Find the Pass is on the bubble. Effectus, Hyder, Mrs. Cole, Josh and Fake Jesus all in that knockout zone. They are all out on track. Mrs. Carl and Effectus are both on laps. Mrs. Carl had a moment there, it looks like, and allowed Effectus through. See what he can do this time around. Can he find an improvement? He does take a 10th off, which moves him up into 10th. Puts Find the Pass in the knockout zone, but his Effectus has just been moved back down into 11th. It wasn't Martin going through who knocked him out. It was I think it was Josh who knocked him out, moving up into 5th place. Find the Pass still in the pits. He's going to need to start making his way out soon to be able to get a lap in. And as we say that, he does leave the garage. Mrs. Cole, 3/10 up through Sector 1. Half a second up through Sector 2 as Martin does a 21.6. So moving that goalpost even further takes Martin to the top of the board. Stay with Mrs. Cole, currently half a second up. That's going to put her on a 22.6, which will be enough for 8th. Let's see what crosses the line on, improves even more. A 22.4 puts her, still moves her up into 8th place, but gives her a bit more margin over those behind. Thornicus just coming around the final corner to start his push lap. He's now down in that knockout zone, so we'll be looking to try and get a clean lap in here. Effectus in the pits. Find the Pass is on his out lap. Fake Jesus just leaving the pits. It's going to be tight for Fake Jesus. Hyder goes through with a 22.5, so up into 9th. So Simseku currently in the pits and won't have time to get another lap in. Thornicus making his way round. I wish this yellow flag would clear. And see how long's left. Got a minute left, so Thornicus has got time to find his way round. Jump to Find the Pass. And it's the first one, or the furthest one round on track at the moment. Needs to find at least 2/10, and has found that straight away in Sector 1. Ideally needs to find another 3 or 4/10 to be comfortably into Q3. Thornicus crosses the line at 21.6. So Thornicus pushing on that lap, making sure he does get through, and currently sitting pole in this session. Williams just in front, keeps out of the way of Find the Pass. I think that must have been Mrs. Carl. So out the final corner now for Find the Pass. DRS open, up to the line. 22.2 takes him into 8th place. Still Sneeze and Fake Jesus. So, Find the Pass will be safely through. Still Sneeze looking to find improvement. Mrs. Cole currently driver on the bubble. And Panda, who retired earlier on that 22.3, is close to the bubble. Still does go through into 7th, so that knocks Mrs. Cole out of Q2. Just spit your words out. Fake Jesus now to finish his lap. I've turned off his telemetry. I mean, that doesn't affect me because I've not got the overlays set. hopefully that isn't what was causing the issue. Fake Jesus doesn't improve enough, goes into 11th place. So is the first one we'll be saying goodbye to in this session. So Cornicus, Martin, Casto, Scarito, Mano, Camus, Stiltneys, Josh, Find the Pass and Panda all make it through to Q3 and the pole not shootout. Fake Jesus, Mrs. Carl, Hyder, Simseku and Effectus are the drivers that we will be saying goodbye to. Turned off telemetry and race director. Find the Pass, that was the only one going through on the medium tyre. That was very close. Just reading through the Discord. I'm talking about tyre strategies. You did scrape through, Panda. I thought that was going to end badly for you as we got towards the end of the session. You'd retired quite early on, so I didn't think we were going to see you in Q3 for a moment. But you made it through. I've just realised I'm wearing my McLaren top. That in no way means I am biased towards the McLarens on track. Need to get a heater in here for doing comms because the PC don't run hot enough to keep me warm. So Find the Pass, Camus, Casso. Josh is the first one on track in front of Find the Pass. Is Find the Pass going to try and get a sneaky toe? I'm sure he wouldn't play such a game. No, I know he would if he could. Normally, though, Find the Pass in Cornicus. Say normally, last season they were running together on track. They've given themselves a bit more buffer this time around. Unless they're not both in the same party, so haven't been able to coordinate as effectively as they were before. So does Martin and still in the pits at the moment. Everyone else is on their out lap or starting their lap. I don't want to. All that. So Josh just coming to the end of sector 1. Oh, you stupid bloody game. Why do you turn that off every time? So we don't know what that sector time was because, yeah, EA games need a bit of commentary mode on these games. So Panda keeping out of the way of Josh and Find the Pass there. And the Alpine as well. So just through, pick up the EA love. Yeah. If you saw some of the commentary streams that are done for iRacing, you'd understand why there's so much they could do better from a spectating point of view. So Josh went through on a 22-2. Find the Pass did a 21-6. Casto on a 21-3-9-8. Just into the 21-3s for Casto. So next will be the Alpha Tauri of Mano. A 21-4 takes him into second. Thornicus coming around the final corner now. 53.5, I think that was for Sector 2. 22.6, 22.1 for Thornicus. Takes him into fourth place. And Scarito will be next across the line. Just coming through the final corner now. And crosses the line at 21.9 for Scarito. Takes him into fourth. Sorry, into fourth place. Didn't mean to deafen everyone there. Mano up to the line now. Can Mano pull off a 24.4? Takes him into second. As Martin just making his way out of the pits. So Stilled Sneeze starting their lap. So we'll stay with Stilled as he makes his way around the track. His teammate keeping out of the way before the corner there. Good to see everyone so far that I've seen from spectating wise has been aware of traffic around them and keeping out of the way. I've not seen anything that indicates there have been any issues with traffic. Qualifying always one of those awkward times. It gets easier as you go through. Thank you for the sub, Hobo. Much appreciated. I take it you didn't want to watch the adverts anymore. Seven months you've been subscribed to the channel now. So Stilled goes through on a 22.1, takes him into 6. Let's go and find Martin, who's just starting their lap. I've forgotten how much it can hurt to talk non-stop for the best part of an hour. So I do apologise for all the coughing. As mine gets a purple Sector 1. I wish I could rewind. Looks like a proper battle at the top. Also, as Camus improved a lot since last season started. Don't remember seeing him this high up. I don't want it to sound detrimental to Camus. Oh, a big spin there for Martin. That's got nothing to do with what I was about to say regarding Camus. I don't remember when I first watched Camus drive him being this high up. But I'm fairly sure the couple of races I commentated at the back end of last season, he had the pace. He had good pace in him. So I think since he joined TTFL, his pace has definitely improved. So Martin's going to have to go out again. I've not got a time on the board yet. That spin may come back to haunt him. Hopefully he's got a spare set of tyres. Well, you do get a brand new set when you make it through into Q3. So we've got Panda and Manu out on track on their outlaps. Gone out early, trying to avoid the last minute rush, or allowing themselves a little bit of leeway if they do make a mistake on their final runs, giving them time to try and recharge that battery. As Manu comes on to the start-finish straight to start his flying lap, he's got an absolutely clear track in front of him. Only other car on track at the moment is Panda, who's halfway round and on an outlap. Coming to the point, he'll start pushing anyway, so Manu's going to have no traffic in front of him this whole way round. As now everyone does start working her way out of the pits. So 26.6, a 10th up for Manu through sector 1 is enough to take him provisional pole if he can keep it together through the rest of the lap. Any more improvement he finds as well is only going to work in his favour. So coming up to the end of sector 2, 53.6, so 3/10 up on his previous lap. That's a 21.1 he's on target for. Can he find a couple of tenths in the final sector to break into the 20.9? A big snap of oversteer as he came round turn 15. Looked to get it back under control quickly, but that's going to have cost him a tenth or two. As he runs to the line, a 21.4, so he doesn't improve on that run. That snap of oversteer as he touched that curb, costing him dearly. So Panda is on his lap. He has got traffic to deal with ahead. Everyone seems to be compliant at the moment. How did that go out of limits? Oh, that didn't look like it was anywhere near the white line with the right hand tyres. So the McLarens opting to go for their standard strategy from last year of running 1 and 2 around the track. Thornicus being the one to give the toe to find the pass. See what Thornicus does through sector 1. I don't think we'll be able to scan back quick enough to find the pass. So 3.5 tenths up for Thornicus, 900ths up for find the pass. So they are both improving. Puts Thornicus on to a 21.8. He needs to find half a second through this lap. Panda's not going to be able to try and set another lap, so he's going to have to make do with 9th at the moment. So half a second up for Thornicus, 2/10 up for find the pass. Both make it cleanly through turn 15. Manu has retired in the pits. No time to go for another run for Manu. So Thornicus improves to a 21.362 to take provisional pole. Find the pass a 21.4. Martin comes through on a 21.392, just 300ths off of Thornicus as Casto gets down to the 21.0s and Mr. Camus into second place with the 21.2. Excuse the surprise sound in my voice there. I just saw that pop up as the game decided to go, nope, that's enough, you can't see anything. So Casto takes the first pole of the season. Camus in second, Shaunicus in third, Martin in fourth, Mano in fifth. Find the Pass down in sixth, Still Sneeze in seventh, Josh in eighth, Scarito in ninth, and Panda in 10th. The top 9 separated by less than a second. Casto just two and a half tenths clear of second place, but second through to fifth, sixth even, only separated by a couple of tenths. If they can carry that pace through into the race, we are going to have a blinding battle to watch. It's definitely looking like there are going to be challengers for the title this season. So now we just wait for everyone to get their strategies in order. I will be trying to keep an eye out if people drop out during the race, but if I don't spot it, please hit me up on the chat and let me know if you need an invite. I'll try and keep an eye on Discord, but it's a bit harder to scan through Discord and just read the chat. The Twitch chat comes up on screen for me. I know you can't see that on stream, but I've done it so I can see it and it doesn't detract from what you guys see. Right, let's get some tyre data up. Let's see who's gone for what. So Castu and Camus going to start on the hards. Shaunicus and Martin on the mediums. Mano on the hards. Find the Pass on the mediums. Steele, Josh, Scarito, Panda, Fake Jesus and Mrs. Cole on the hards. And Hyder, Simseku, Effectus, Dan Rouse, Wi-Fi Button, Zodak, Frenzy and Hobo all starting on the mediums. Let's get that back to position change. Get some telemetry on. Don't need lap data. Track map can stay on. Yep, that one. So hopefully in the winter break no one's forgotten how to do a formation lap or a start. Hobo might have, because he's been too busy building his medieval village and doing his architecture and designing the village, positioning our houses nicely. Need to get back on Medieval Dynasty actually. It's been a while. I want to see how much the village has changed since we last played it. So Casto on pole in the Ferrari. Can he overcome the Ferrari curse of 2023 and actually convert a pole to a win? Can Camus, our surprise second place starter, throw a spanner in the works of that Ferrari and steal the win? As Moylander says, Camus win incoming. Thank you for the follow, Andy. But in 6 cars ran out of fuel. Yeah, I think fuel's going to be... It's either going to be fuel or tyres. I think we're going to see some punctures on this one, as it's all looking very close as they're trying to park in the grid slot. I reckon we might even see some 4 or 5 stops as they go in for wings. It's really, yeah, it is a heavy track on fuel. It's a lot of it's flat out. So we're off to the start. Camo losing out on the start to Thornicus and Martin. Thornicus going wheel to wheel with Casto round turn 1. Opts to settle in to second place and just hold position for a moment. Anything happening further down? I'm sure I just see someone round. Does look like everyone has got round the first few corners cleanly though. Everyone's still well bunched together. Casso trying to break away from Thornicus. It's opened that gap to half a second already. That's just insane. So everyone has made it round the first lap. Have I just jinxed it? Is someone going to have a spin out of the final corner? No, everyone gets round that first lap cleanly. No carbon fibre floating around in the background. Camo holding on to the back of Martin. Hyder up 4 places off the start. So a great start from Hyder. Scarito and Fate Jesus, the drivers losing out on the start there. Mrs. Cole's lost a few places as well, currently running in 15th, as we've got Hyder round on the exit of turn 4, but manages to keep it out the barrier by the looks of it, and waits for everyone to pass before he gets himself back onto the track. I'm glad to see. I've not forgotten you need to wait for the pack to get past so you don't pull back onto track in front of someone. So we'll have a little bit of work to do there to try and close up onto the back of Hobo and get back up into position. Scarito losing out to Mrs. Cole and runs very wide there as well, which has allowed Frenzy and Dan to go through. Scarito with a missing end plate and comes into the pit. So our first stop for Scarito. Hopefully the game doesn't screw him and forget to do a wing for him. We'll stay with him for a moment, see if they're waiting with the wing. Oh, this pit lane feels really long. They are there waiting with a wing, so a new wing for Scarito. Apart from Mano losing a couple of places, top 9 all pretty much in the order they qualified in. Effectus up 5 places, currently running in 10th, so a good start for Effectus. Hopefully he can hold it together through the rest of the race. We're already on to lap 3 of this 29 lap race. Although Casso opened that gap fairly quickly on the first lap, Thornicus isn't letting him go and is actually closing up now. So we'll get DRS this time around. It's going to help him keep Casto in range. Martin Durst starting to drop back a little bit as Thornicus is pushing to hold on to the back of Casto. Camo just within DRS of Martin at the moment. He's going to be coming under pressure from Mano shortly if he doesn't keep within that activation point. Find the pass. Still sat in 6th, within touch of the guys in front. Little DRS train there. As Josh has a bit of breathing space behind, but he is starting to drop back from still to knees in front. So Josh needs to try and push a little to get onto the back of that DRS train. Because without the DRS, I think they are just going to start disappearing in front. How's our Hobo getting on? Hobo. Get a random view of no cars on track. Hobo holding on to Hyder. Hyder would have got past Hobo because, yeah, Hyder had dropped all the way to the back. So Hyder has started closing up and is now chasing down Wi-Fi button. Wi-Fi will get the advantage of the DRS from Zodak. It's going to help him fend off Hyder, certainly down this straight, as into the pit comes Hobo. What's Hobo in for? A new front wing for Hobo, so I don't know what happened there, whether he had contact with the back of Hyder or side of Hyder. So whilst I've been looking at the back of the grid, Chronicus has managed to get the move done and get the pass done to retake, or to take the lead away from Casto. We've got a safety car, our first safety car of the season, and that's for Fake Jesus. So we've lost Fake Jesus. This will help Scarito and Hobo get back onto the pack. But it is going to slow things down a little for everyone, as Find the Pass is taking the opportunity to go for an early pit stop. Puts on a fresh set of hards. Panda into the pits as well, swapping from hards to the mediums. Frenzy putting on a set of hards. I think that's mediums gone on Jelly. Mediums on to Panda. Wi-Fi's gone for the hard. Zodak onto the hard. Hyder has come in for a new set of mediums. Scarito. I don't think he was close enough to get the jump on anyone there. He is right on the back as Hobo into the pits. Is Hobo going to go for the hard and try and go deep into this race? No, Hobo's going for the softs apparently. Seems very strange to go on to the softs this early. Unless he's going to try and catch this pack and then dive back in to swap onto the hard tyre and have slightly fresher hards. I can't see the hards getting to the end from here. Everyone who's pitted is going to need to stop again. Stop yawning. Obviously anyone who hasn't pitted will need to make a stop anyway. So effectively stopping early. Find the Pass has dropped down 4 places by making that stop. Does have the advantage of being on fresh tyres, although they've only done 5 laps. I know tyre wear is quite high. I can't imagine it'd make too much difference after 5 laps. There's Hobo trying to catch up with the pack. Brooksy, Ladder ESR hosting a session until 10. Great, there's a practice for Daytona going on and I can't make it, I'll have to do another one. Need to invite Sean back. Trying to go as quickly as possible. There we go, invite sent. So Thornicus should have another invite waiting for him. There we go, Andy's in. Hopefully not gonna. Still just gone. So it's invite sent to Stiltonese as well. And his AI's just got him a 5-second penalty. He's going to love that when he gets back in the lobby. So Hobo has stayed. No, Hobo is back in the pits. So Thornicus through to Mrs. Cole. Excuse me, all on the tyres. They started with Final Pass, Simseku and Frenzy on fresh hard, Panda and Dan on fresh mediums, Zodak and Wi-Fi on fresh hards, Hyder and Scarito on the mediums, and Hobo now on a new set of hard tyres. So hopefully that will allow Hobo to catch up to the pack and we will be able to get back underway racing. We will wait and see. Come on, Hobo. You need to get those hards up to temp anyway. Push, boy. So safety car is in this lap. Hobo is on the back of the pack. So let's wait and see where Thornicus decides to launch. So I've got to back the pack up. As everyone is looking to get heat into those tyres. See, Casto is riding that brake, trying to get as much residual heat into the tyre as possible. Casto and Thornicus on the opposite strategy, and we've got another safety car. Another safety car. Even before we start, we've got another safety car. No, the safety car's cleared, so the Aston didn't decide to stay for the safety car there. So Casto does push and gets the move done into turn 1. So Casto retakes the lead from Thornicus. Mano and Camus caught out a little there. Camus stuck on the back of Mano very well. We've got a 3-second penalty for Wi-Fi button. Snap of oversteer on the exit there for Mano. Camus not close enough to capitalise as Martin loses out a couple of places there. He's lost out to Josh and Find the Pass. It's all looking very tight as we go further back. Everyone bunching up. Find the Pass, getting the move done. So up into 5th place, getting the pass done on Josh. So coming in for that early stop, helping Find the Pass. Gained a place off the restart already, so it was Effectus that went out on the during the restart on the exit of turn 16. That was unfortunate. It looked like he just got on the power on the outside curb. Oh, Martin's been disconnected. Yep, I will get an invite now. So I didn't realise Martin had been disconnected. Oh, he's going to love that. His AI's pitted him as well. So it's chucked him onto the medium tire and left him right off the back of the pack. Still sneeze. So Thornicus currently 9/10 back off of Castu. No DRS at the moment. We restarted on lap 9, didn't we? So it'll be DRS this time around. So Thornicus needs to keep pushing to try and hold on to the back of Casto. Camus holding on to the back of Mano, so podium for Camus isn't out of the question at the moment. Although Find the Pass is all over the back of Camus. Another invite sent to Martin. I've just seen that disconnect again. We'll keep an eye on this battle for 3rd place. Can Find the Pass, find a way through, and then can he get the move done on Manu as well? Side by side as they go round 12 and 13. Find the Pass does get the move done, so Camo drops down into 5th. Find the Pass now needs to find his way past Mano. So Martin is back in. Even with the DRS, Find the Pass looks up the inside into turn 1. So it's side by side through turn 1. It's going to put him on the outside for turn 2, but he gets the move done around the outside as they make their way up towards turn 4. Mano having to settle for 4th place at the moment, but if he holds on, if he can hold on to the back of Find the Pass, he'll get the DRS as they come down the start-finish straight next time around. Find the Pass now sitting in a comfortable 3rd place. Having made that early stop under the safety car, has paid off dividends for him. Panda currently running in 6th place, just ahead of Simseku. No DRS available for those guys as they're outside the ranges of the cars in front. Mrs. Cole just on the back of Zodak, trying to find a way past. He's got Hyder for company as well. So who's going to get the best here as Martin's disconnected again. Need someone sat spectating purely doing the invites. So Mrs. Cole not able to get a move done. Still with Hyder on that gearbox. Trying to find a way past. Everyone does seem to be using a lot of ERS around here. 13 laps in and we've already got people down 11%. Well, it's up to 14 now. So find the pass. Still extending that gap back to Manu. Just teetering on the DRS range. Thornicus not giving up on this battle with Casto. As in perfectly within range of the DRS. Casto with a comfortable ERS advantage. He's going to have plenty to defend with. Thornicus down under 10%. Gonna need to try and find a way to preserve some of that ERS. That said, it's gonna be difficult trying to hold on to Casto without completely destroying your ERS. So Camus lost out to Panda, so Panda up into 5th place. Panda's got a comfortable 3-second gap back to Panda, but that is starting to drop as Frenzy takes the fastest lap. Frenzy currently running in 15th, so won't sorry, won't be able to take advantage of the bonus point for fastest lap at the moment. There's Martin and still Sneeze battling it out. Got a lot of these cross-play lobbies, not even any point continuing now. Yeah, all I can do is apologise, Martin. This doesn't appear to have been the most stable. There have been quite a few people dropping out. And I've been trying to do invites back as soon as I noticed. Obviously, I fairly thought I missed you dropping out originally, which is why you didn't get the invite until you tagged me on Discord. Yeah, with everyone's hands are tied. It's an ongoing issue, and it just seems to be. Oh, you've gone again. Yet, of course, I'll get you another one. EA just seem to just ignore it. Why aren't you now showing on my list? There you are. Yep, another one sent. Right, keep an eye on the bottom of the screen. So Casto and Thornicus still going for it out in front. We're over halfway through this race. Neither one have stopped yet. So they're trying to go as long as possible. They are trying to make this a one-stop. I'd say by the fact they've both got to this point on opposite tyres, it's got to be doable. Find the pass. I'd imagine he's going to have to stop again. But we will wait and see at what point he decides to come in. Panda currently holding on to 4th. We've lost Josh in the pits. So Josh has retired in the pits. So So that won't cause, hopefully won't cause too much chaos when the car gets sent back out on track, but I am keeping an eye on the track map. As if anyone's going to end up getting screwed, it would be the leaders, but they are far enough away. Yeah, I think that car will be well clear by the time they get through. There's our Hobo, worked his way up to. Hobo currently running in 9th. I didn't see when he... Another one for Martin. Oh, that's just horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous. So, Hobo in 9th. Dan Routh in 10th. Oh, Discord, be quiet. As Hobo gets the move done on Wi-Fi button, so Hobo moves up into 8th place. So Casto and Thornica still out in front. Van der Paas in 3rd. Is dropped back a little after gaining earlier on. Panda in 4th. Simseko in 5th. Hyder in 6th. Of these guys started stopping and I've missed stops. Yeah, so it's just Casto and Thornica still to make a stop. They are both pushing on in terms of lap count. They're 18 laps in. So Hobo back down in 9th. So he's lost out to Wi-Fi button, or Wi-Fi button managed to get back past. Gain them a little bit of an advantage over Jelly Kane, so they've not got to worry about that car behind at the moment. Camo and Camo have both stopped now as Hobo goes up the inside of Wi-Fi button to retake 8th place. Martin spent more time out of the car than he has in the car. This just... I've got no idea why this keeps dropping him out. Hobo had issues earlier on, but that shouldn't have affected this as Manu makes a move on Hobo. So Manu up into 8th place. Camus picks up a 3-second penalty. Hobo coming under attack from Wi-Fi as they make their way around turn 6. But Hobo holding on. Wi-Fi looking up the inside of 7. Can't get it done. Hobo covering that off nicely. Thornicus has had enough of that medium tyre, and into the pits he comes. This is going to bring him out, I guess, around 7th place. It is a long pit lane. It's going to drop him further than 7th. Dropped him behind Mano, so Mano, stopping earlier, has managed to get the jump on Thornicus. But Thornicus will have fresher tyres and has gone for the soft. So Thornicus going aggressive on the end session, end of the... kick your words out, better than kick your words out, spit your words out. Thornicus going aggressive for the final stint. When will Casto come into the pits? Will he come in now to try and avoid that undercut? Will he try and hold it out for another couple of laps to have fresher tyres at the end? And he is straight in to try and cover off Thornicus. Thornicus came out in 8th. I suppose luckily has had a bit of free air, so he's able to push on. So Find the Pass takes over the lead of the race. Casto making his way down the pit exit. I will get you an invite in a second, Martin. I just want to see where Casto comes out in relation to Thornicus, and he does get out ahead of Zodak, so he's managed to maintain the gap about the same. So let's get this invite for Martin, and let's email EA and call them a bunch of cunts and tell them they owe me a new enter finger. So is Find the Pass going to be able to hold on to this lead? He's got a 10-second lead over Sim Seku. Manu currently sitting in 3rd, but Casto on those softs, I'd expect to have a lot more traction out of the corners and be able to just clear Mano. If Mano plays this sensibly and holds on to the back of Casto carrying that penalty, that could work in Mano's favour towards the end of the race, or at the end of the race. So Casto does clear Martin does clear Mano with the DRS. So Mano now just needs to hold on. Thornicus has lost out there. He's 4 seconds back from Mano. Puts him 5 seconds back from Casto. So Casto's managed to open that gap he had when they pitted. Thornicus heavily depleting the ERS as Casto goes on the charge, looking to close down Simseku, and is closing at a rate of knots. He'll get this move done even before the DRS as they make their way around turn 14. Casso moves to the outside for 15 and just drives clean round the outside of Simseku. Gets the DRS as well and goes now in pursuit of Find the Pass. 10.8 second gap to close up with 6 laps to go. Find the Pass can hold on to the tyres. It's going to be close. Thornicus seems to have stalled in his attack, trying to close down Mano. Yeah, he's taken half a second out of Mano since we were last on board. Not really closing that gap down. Hobo's still running in a, still having that battle with Wi-Fi Button. We'll stay with this battle as Panda sneaking up on the back of this as well. Panda currently without penalties, so Mano and Panda the only ones in the top 10 not to have any penalties. So if they can keep close to those guys in front, they could well gain some places as they cross the line. As Martin steals that fastest lap, now that he's actually able to take control of the car. Sort of feel that's deserved with all the crap he's had to go through tonight. So Panda getting the move done on Wi-Fi Button and uses the DRS to get the move done on Hobo as well. So Hobo drops down into 9th. Panda pushing on, only a couple of seconds off the back of Camu. I don't want to spoil it and look at how many penalties people have got. Obviously we know people have got at least 3 seconds if they've got that black and white flag against their name. So it's looking like it's going to be a good result for Panda, and with 5 laps to go, Casto's got that gap to find the pass down to 6.5 seconds. So he is closing at a phenomenal rate. Open the gap back to Mano to 5.5 seconds. Mano's managed to clear Simseku. Thornicus is closing down Simseku and Mano. Find the Pass hasn't got a penalty yet either, so it's not all over at the moment. The order, I think, when they cross the line, I think the order's going to change from where they are on track. As Mano picks up a 3-second penalty. So that's not going to help in his charge to try and catch up with Casto. Hobo starting to open the gap back to Wi-Fi Button a little now. Buying himself a little bit of breathing room. Ugh. Panda is pushing. No, he has closed right up on the back of Camo. Can he find a way past before the DRS, or is he going to play it sensible and wait to get that DRS activation point and then go on the attack? He's got Zodak just in front as well, so Camo's going to get the benefit of DRS to help defend from Panda. Zodak tries to break the toe. As it looks, we're going to be 3 wide into turn 1. Camu in the middle manages just to back out so as not to clip Zodak. Panda and Zodak wheel to wheel as they go round turn 2. Panda has got that move done, gets in front. Still Sneeze picks up 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Frenzy steals the fastest lap at the moment. Hobo picks up another penalty, so Where are we? Panda is currently sitting in 6th and has 8 seconds to try and find to Simseku. Hobo and Scarito going wheel to wheel. So Scarito's got the move done on Wi-Fi button and is now going on the attack of Hobo. Casto is still closing down Find the Pass. Not as quickly as before, but the gap has just dropped to just within 5 seconds, but with 2 laps to go. I think those softs may have seen their best days. Find the Pass just needs to hold on now to get. Oh, I'm not gonna. Oh no, I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm gonna leave him to do what he's doing. As Camus and Zodak still going at it. Camus now getting past Zodak, so Camus up into 7th. Zodak dropping down into 8th. Frenzy and Jelly Kane battling it out down the start finish straight. Frenzy getting the move done well before the break in for turn 1. So Frenzy up into 14th. Hyder currently sitting in 12th. Those ahead carrying penalties. Hyder could well jump up into the points positions as well. Castro's now got the gap down to 3 seconds. 2 laps to go. It's getting close at the front. Shaunicus has cleared Simseku, so Shaunicus currently sitting in 4th, Simseku in 5th. Panda slowly gaining on Simseku. It's got it down to 5 seconds. Hobo currently holding on to that 10th place and the final point on offer. It needs to just watch that delta back to Hyder. It's under 3 seconds, so Hyder's going to get the jump, I'd say, on at least Hobo as we stand at the moment. Depending where everyone else's penalties lie, it may even go further up than that. And a brief yellow flag there for... Oh, I don't know who that would have been for. Cleared too quickly. As we're coming up to the final lap, Castro just outside the DRS. We won't get the DRS to help him on this final lap. Can Find the Pass, hold on to take the first win of the season. Certainly going to be a strong finish for the McLaren in the constructors. As they make their way through turn 2 and 3. Casto closing all the time. I can't see it being enough without how the penalties are going to sit. Trying to read off of his steering wheel. His tyres are at 100 degrees, so Find the Pass hasn't given up. He is still pushing. I think Castro will get the move done on track, but the penalties are going to be what decides the overall finishing order. As we make our way through turn 14 and 15. Find the Pass still holding on, not making it easy for Castro at all. As we've got a yellow flag as they're going through the final corner. Castro's run out of fuel. On the final lap, Castro ran out of fuel, which is why we had that yellow flag. So Find the Pass takes the win. Casto takes second. Mano picks up third. Thornicus takes fourth. Simseko finishes fifth, but will he stay there? Panda in sixth. Mr. Camus takes seventh. Scorito in eighth. Zodak takes ninth. Hobo takes 10th. Nope. Hyder takes 9th. Zodak takes 10th. Hobo gets knocked down to 11th, so misses out on that penalty. On that point. Down to penalties. Frenzy picks up 12th. Mrs. Carlin 13th. Dan in 14th. Wi-Fi in 15th and in the wall. Stilled Sneeze in 16th, and I think was trying to join Wi-Fi in the wall. And unfortunately for Martin, 17th place after about as many disconnections, to be fair. Dan ran out of fuel as well, got a penalty taking weird lines. Yeah, I did see a couple of penalties flag up on that last lap as I was trying to go through as people cross the line. I don't like this whole EA iterations of this game are just horrendous. So let me just turn the webcam off for a moment while we do results. That way, if program didn't run properly, the admins can get the full results. But Find the Pass taking the first win of the season. A great result for McLaren there as well with a 1-4. Casto in second, pushing hard all the way to the end, so much so that he ran out of fuel in the final corner. Mano in third. Great race from Mano, although I didn't see too much of it because the battles were everywhere else. Thornicus in fourth. Simseko in fifth, which is a great result on his return to TTFL racing. Panda in sixth. Mr. Camus in seventh. Great result for Camus as well. Scorito in eighth. Hyder in ninth. Zodak in 10th. Hobo in 11th, missing out on that point by 1.2 seconds. Down to penalties. Need to keep it cleaner, Hobo. Frenzy in 12th. Mrs. Carl in 13th. Dan in 14th. Stilled in 15th. Wi-Fi in 16th. Martin in 17th. Josh, Effectus, and Fake Jesus, your non-finishers. Ad break. Yes, Camus, I would say Moylan jinxed that. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone who's been in the chat. I'll be back next Thursday for round 2, and I've no idea where that is because I've not looked at the calendar. So it's Interlagos and a sprint race next week. So a few more sprints in the season this time around. Actually, let's go to the calendar. So we've had Qatar, so we've got a sprint at Interlagos next week, followed by Miami and Bahrain. Then we have a sprint at Monza. It's Baku, Barcelona, a sprint at Austria. I fucking hate Austria. Then we've got Austin and Yas Marina, so that's Abu Dhabi. We've got a sprint at Canada. That should be interesting. Spa, Monaco. I wish they did a sprint around Monaco. Sprint at Mexico. Jeddah, Zandvoort. Sprint at Australia. Singapore, Vegas. Sprint round China. Imola, Hungary, a sprint at Suzuka, and then we finish the season on the 14th of June with Silverstone. So thank you everyone for watching. As I say, I'll be back next week, same time for Interlagos, but I will be streaming before then with some of the ESR iRacing stuff on Thursday nights. and the start of the GT3 League, which is part of the Dexterous Racing League's Discord, which starts on Wednesday with the first race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Damn it, I don't know that track. So yeah, I need to do some practice on that. Also need to get some more practice in for the Daytona 24-hour that we've got 2 teams entering. But I'll give you more details on that next week because we've got plenty of time beforehand. So thank you everyone, and I will see you next week.